classic house on base of Sky, and was influenced by this anime composer named Susumu Hirasawa, and he's been around a long time, since the 80s, and I've been just listening to a lot of his records in the past 2 years, I guess. I was like, oh, I want to make my version of that music, basically. Since most of the records by him that I like are from the 80s and 90s, then that voice of his is what also influenced the aesthetic in this case. But I think the retro 80s thing that you're hearing is just those keyboards. And those just happen to be the keyboards that I have, really. Anytime I do a record, I write it based around what I have available, and that includes musicians. If you know that you have only 3 guys to work with, then you have to write the music to suit that in a way. The first record we did, Choir's the Eye, I didn't think about that kind of thing and just made the record as big as possible. And then when it came time to play it, we couldn't really play all the parts, so we had to compromise the music a lot. And anytime we would play that music live, there would be certain parts missing, that kind of thing. So I don't really like being in that situation, so it's always good to think about that kind of thing ahead of time. I wanted it to be really rhythmically oriented, so the rhythmic counterpoint is really important, and the bass counterpoint is really important. So if you'll notice on all the songs, there's at least 2 different drum tracks, and there's probably 3 or 4 different bass tracks on every song. So all the content is really just, it's all moving around that way in that range, just the kind of rhythmic and low frequency range. And I wanted to do a very, very detailed record, and I wanted the cover art, the level of detail in the cover art to match the detail in the music and just have it be this kind of hyper-human excursion, something that was beyond what humans really could conceptualize, I guess. The records always come out of just where I'm at in my life, and if I get probably super excited by metal again at some point, or if I feel like it's kind of a big part of my life and it's kind of overtaking my my purview, then I'll probably be wanting to be in that sort of vein. But right now I don't really listen to metal very much ever, and I'm getting more interested in kind of timbre explorations and production explorations. So metal bands don't really do that very much. I think a lot of metal bands is basically just like, yeah, here's the writing, this is the song, let's record it, it sounds heavy, it's cool. But no one really goes like super deep in terms of like timbre and production, I think, and how you basically compose this way, with layers and orchestration instead of thinking about the composition this way. And then when you have both, then it's like this cool hypercube, I guess.